Guess who's back? That's right, it's me. You can't get rid of me. Okay, if you're not in the Discord, you should go to keyboard.gg and join it. But I asked in the Discord a few hours ago, hey, if you're holding the up key, the W key, on your keyboard, what would you say the angle degree is for that, right? Because in software, we're going to have a like angle to represent the thumbstick, and you pick which angle the thumbstick is being held in, and then what percent it's being pushed in, right? Like 100% or 50%, those sorts of things. So I asked a couple of you, and I got a bunch of different answers. I got 180, and I don't blame them because if you Google this, you're going to get a bunch of different graphs that all look differently. I'll just run through some of the actual messages. So we got 90 degrees here. We got 90 degrees here. Me and Viril talked for a while. Viril said 0 if it's directly up. And then he shared this image with me, right? 0 on the right, 90 up top, left 180, right 270, which is super different from the things I was finding. I found some that matched what I was expecting, which was 0 up top, and then like clockwise you continue the angles. It's very subjective, it turns out. If you Google this, you're going to find literally any graph you want to support your theory. But he was able to show me from Melty Blood's configuration that they consider up 0 degrees, right 90 degrees, down 80, 180, and then left 270, which is the clockwise that I had in my mind. So I'm like, awesome, that lines up with what I said. Now, fun fact, they've got this Y minus and Y plus for up and down, and X minus, X plus for left, right. Controllers at the end of the day report the stick in two values. There's an X value and then there's a Y value, and those values can only be in between 0 and 255. 0 would be far left for the x-axis, and 255 would be far right, and then 0 for y would be all the way up top, and then 255 would be all the way at the bottom. So center technically should be around 127 or 128. Technically it should be 127.5, but you don't have decimals to work with, so you just pick one. Now that's going to come into play in just a second when I announce this big thing, but we got a couple other answers, and as you know, it's a weird angle decision, but here's the big news. Dun, 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 dun. I spent the past couple days trying to get my buddy's code to run on the adapter, and after a few days of like hammering away at it, we got it running. I have a layout installed, and you can see right off the bat, though, the control sticks are both pointing to the top left. And if you remember what I said earlier, top left is 0s and bottom right is 255s, and center would be 127. His code by default is just sending in 0s, which is not the assumption that we should be making. It should be all 127s or 128s. So that's why they're all pointing in that direction. But when I push a key, you can see I'm holding up, and we're holding up. We're getting up. If I hold down, we're getting down. If I hold left, we get left, right, right. And even on top of that, we have buttons that are working as well. There's J, it's pressing a button. K, L, semicolon. Those all work. We got button presses implemented, space. One thing to call out is that angles are not combining right now, which is one bug that I've written down. On top of that, modifiers aren't working. So if I hold shift and then I push a direction, it's not having it like it should be. So things we got to look into. I have a list of minor bugs that I'm planning on taking a look at. That's going to take probably a week or so. I'll keep you all up to date on that. There was one more thing I wanted to share. I got like a whole, like these buttons are not hard coded either. They're like coming from a configuration that the software will end up using. So like, I think I can showcase this off. Let's go back up here though. So like here's the J button. When the J key is pressed, push the A button. When the K key is pressed, press the B button. I went through and I hand wrote all these things, and all in total, I think there are 44 different objects that I had to make for this. But it was amazing because it worked when I put it together. So we are not too far away from being able to play Smash on the adapter. The big missing features being angles being combined. Defaults need to be set correctly, and then we don't have modifiers working right now, but as these things get solved, I'll let you all know about it. And thank you all who took the survey. I really appreciate that. Join the Discord if you're not in there yet, and I really appreciate it. I'll give an update sometime soon. Bye.